y'all, new filming location. So I was able to convert this bedroom into a studio. It took me about 2.5 weeks. I wanted to make sure that I was taking time to revamp things. I wanted to use a lot of what I already had. This space had to function in a lot of different ways. It had to be sleeping quarters, it had to be a station with a backdrop here for filming. There had to be an area for working on things. There had to be a standing desk because I got completely spoiled. My old office had a standing desk and I wanted to be able to stand and work at the same time, which is why I integrated it into the look for here. So enjoy the tour, y'all. I'm gonna start first with this gallery wall behind me. I wanted to make sure that I had a space where I can actually sit down and get some work done. This gallery wall is really old frames that I had before, but I switched the inside photos. One of my favorites is this one right here. It's a Wi-Fi password one. I got the idea from Pinterest, just did some handwriting on there and then put it behind the glass, and I use dry erase marker to write on top of the glass so my guests can have my Wi-Fi password. This desk was a steal. I forget how much it was. I'll put it in the description bar. But this is a plain white desk, and I used contact paper, like a glossy marble on top of it to give it a nice sophisticated look. This chair was from my dad's old sewing room, and so I borrowed it from him. I'll give it back eventually. Like I said, these are old frames. I use Office Depot to print out all of these, and they're all in black and white to give it a nice, crisp, classy black and white feel. I wanted touches of gold there as well, so this is a nice warm light. This area here is perhaps my favorite part, and it is a little corner here. I wanted to have a standing desk, but I didn't want to have to use the whole room for it, so I have a standing desk corner. My dad helped me build this. This is actually like one of those old, you know, like those IKEA white shelves that are just regular. I saw it and I was like, oh, I don't need this shelf, but I would love to use a shelving unit as a standing desk. So my dad kind of broke it apart. This part here actually folds up, and then these are just here for resting. This folds, put this away, put this away. This can be hidden back here. And then it just looks like a regular shelving unit. But when I need to use it for my laptop, I can actually use my external monitor here. Yeah, so it's pretty good. I really like the way it turned out, and I'm pretty short. I'm 5'2", so this is the perfect height for it. So my dad made it custom made for my height, and I love it. Have my calendar here, dry erase board. I wanted to keep the space pretty paper-free because paper causes so much clutter. So one more thing, I have to kind of squat so I'm in the frame here. So this is the shelving unit here. I have a few like little knickknacks neatly placed away, once again trying to avoid clutter. So I have my Snap Insta camera. This is my box for my nonprofit. I have some little knickknacks there for it, buttons, things like that to give away. And then this is one of my favorite things. It is an affirmation jar given to me by my friend Terry. And this jar is really great because whenever I get a birthday card, I read the card, I enjoy the card. I'm actually a words of affirmation person. That's one of my top love languages. So I actually will take the words from the card and write them down on strips of paper. So there are a bunch of different strips in here. I don't know how many they came with, maybe up to 50. I have filled out all but 2. I have 2 blank ones left, and the rest of them are like this. So that is how I can bear to rip up a birthday card, because I transferred the words of the birthday card onto this strip and put it in this jar, and so I have this jar. I literally have comments in it from the 8th grade, no lie. So yeah, I found old cards. I was like, oh, I don't want to keep the cards, but I do want to keep the comments and the sentiments. So that's how I do it. That's how I stayed sentimental while cutting down on waste. And then below that, these are just some really great books, very informative and really pretty to look at as well. So books like Zero Waste Home, The Company of Women. Oh my gosh, gorgeous books. Of course, they went on a shelf. And then those are journals. I'm a huge journaler, so I have a lot of journals. I also keep them there to remind me that, Timmy, you don't need another journal. Step away from the Staples aisle, walk away from Office Depot. I know there's a sale, but it doesn't matter because you don't need it. This really cute under shelf basket was from Ross or something like that, so I just use it for my outlet there. And I think it costs like maybe somewhere around 15 bucks on Amazon. I found it at Ross for maybe $4 or something. It was on sale. I had a rolly cart that I used to have in my bathroom, and I wanted to use it for something else. A friend of mine had the idea of using it as a technology cart, so that's what I turned it into. I have a couple cameras here, and the one I'm filming on right now, lens, as well as like little accessories. Like this is a little tripod here for my phone when I'm filming with my phone. And then some other accessories like microphones and things like that are below. I love this cart. Is on wheels. I can move it wherever I need to make sure it's conveniently tucked away and not making clutter. So that's what this is for. The top part of the shelf is mostly functional, and the bottom part here is books, shelving. My favorite function for this space is using it as a studio for my YouTube videos. So this backdrop is actually a tablecloth from Walmart. And I love that I have a big blank wall behind me so I could set it up with a number of different backgrounds. Within just a few days of revamping my creative space, I found that I was energized and re-inspired and wanting to create once again. I always forget that I am like a plant. I need water, I need sunlight, I need a healthy environment in order to go out and create. What about the rest of you creatives? What gets you in the mood to make beautiful things? Leave me a comment below, I'd love to know. And don't forget to like and subscribe.